actually, before we do start, just check how you're feeling. Are you feeling a bit sluggish, tired, discomfort anywhere? Just check how you're feeling. So take a scan from your head all the way down to your feet. Close your eyes if you want to. Just be aware of your body. See what's happening with you today. Okay, so we'll try and remember, if I can, to do another one afterwards. So we're just going to start by flicking the wrists, fingers, arms, making sure you're fairly centered and grounded and aware of what's going on with yourself. Okay, you're going to put the shoulders into it. Then we're going to flex the knees, go backwards and forwards with the arms. I'll try not to hit the mirror. One arm forward, one arm back. Turning the waist, letting the shoulders be loose, let the arms be loose. Letting everything be loose. Then we're going to take around the waist. So let the arms be loose again, turning the waist makes the impetus for you to be able to swing the arms around a little bit. And wind the arms up towards the shoulders. And hitting that intersection just here between the shoulders and the body. Good place to aim for. Lung 1 in the acupuncture, Chinese medicine. And then we're going to wind it back down again. And again, if you can, make sure your waist height, so your back hand, it's just in the small of your back, just here. Place where 2 meridians, energy lines cross. There's a center of energy. So we're hitting the belt channel where we're hitting at the moment. So in the front and at the back. So it all has deeper meaning to it than just an action or movement. So we're going to sit back and point the toes. So change. And take a step forward, making sure your feet are not in line. Bending the front knee, putting the brake on. On the side. Knee never goes further than the toes. And as on the other side, so step forward with the other leg. Now, which leg I was on? This one I need to be doing next. Because we've only got a choice of 2. Okay, have a little shake, a flick. You're gently going to take the head from side to side. So about 3 times on each side. Back to the centre, down and back. Don't go too far back. And obviously if you have any vertigo or any neck problems, be very careful what you're doing. You can take ear to shoulder. And back to centre, we're going to drop the chin, circle the head all the way around. 3 times one way and 3 times the other way. Okay, when you finish that, come back to the centre. You take a deep breath in, bring the shoulders up, hold the breath. And breathe out, let go. And repeat 2 more times. In and hold. Out, let go. Last one. Okay, I'm going to circle the waist. And change direction. Okay, we're going to turn one foot, put the weight through the leg, open up the hip joint 3 times outwardly. And well, if you can't do this, by all means hold on to something, just take it smaller movements. And inwardly. Just make sure you're safe. When you've done that times, we're going to do the other side. And then inwardly. Feet together, hands above the knees, push back. You should feel the stretch down the back of the legs, in the knees, and push back. Oh, lots of grating going on in mine. Hopefully you can't hear that. Get the oil can out. And we're going to circle the knees. Ugh. I went for a walk yesterday, so they're a bit creakier than normal. So that sounded like I don't ever go for a walk, but I do. And the opposite direction. I went up an endurance course hill, or it felt like it anyway. Okay, you drop the fingers, take the ankle, put your toe down, make a circle with the heel and with the wrists. And then the other side. Okay, feet together, push the hands up toward the ceiling, palms up to the ceiling if you can, hold on to your perineum, the underneath carriage, and lean to one side, so you can follow me, doesn't matter which side, we'll do both. And back to centre and release. Hold again, and the other side. And release. Hands to chest, push forward. Palms push down to the floor, so just 70% effort, don't overdo this. Just going to let your body hang there to let your spine open. You're going to turn to one side and push down. And we're going to Keeping in the hands interlinked, we're going to bring the hands over the top. So we're going to straighten up, turn the waist, push down to the other side. Over again, straighten up, turn the waist, and back. Then come to the centre, to the front. Grab hold of the, whatever you can grab hold of, the calves, feet, whatever. Bring your head down towards your knees. Your knees, that's a new word. Your knees. Bend the knees and let the hands roll up. Step out, push the hips forward. I'm just going to take control of my hair. Just washed it. There we go. Okay. So we'll recap what we were doing last week. You looked at wave hands like clouds last week. So I'll just go over that once more. The waist is turning from side to side. Arms are being moved by the torso. So the waist movement is making the arms go around and come up to the wrist crease, push the palms, open the palms. So it's not a push as such, but what I'm doing is slightly pushing from the center. So splaying the hands a little bit. But you don't have to do that. It's just a bit of an advanced thing to do. So one hand high, one hand low, turn the waist, arm comes up to the wrist, turn the palm. Drop the hand in front of the belly, one in front of the face, turn the waist, hand comes up, turn the palm. So making it as soft as you possibly can. Shoulders relaxed, get your arms relaxed. This will be our Qigong part of the lesson. Turning the waist. Turning the palm. So just think of yourself as standing in the park, in your tree, a willow tree, say, because it has to be fairly flexible. The wind is blowing you side to side. You have no control over the wind. So it will do with you as it wishes, but you do need to be flexible and soft. The softer you are, the better it is. So energy, Qi, flows from the place of least resistance. So the more you are soft, relaxed, the more energy will flow, the better you will feel. More vitality you'll have. Okay, we've got the arms forward and down, relax. Little shake out. Okay, so we're going to review what we've done so far. So you can either join in or you can watch me. I'll do it a couple of times. Do it a couple of times together. Just got to adjust my screen a little bit. It seems to not be in the correct place at all. There we go. Maybe just see my feet, and I'm going to poke that down a little bit more. So I'm mirroring you. So you'll be stepping out with your left foot. Rinsing form, the arm's going to rise up and down. Part the horse's way, bang. Step, I'll have to move forward a little bit. 3 times, part the horse's mane. White crane spreads its wings. T-step, brush knee push. I just have to adjust. I'll have to dust my screen a bit more in a moment. Strong the glute. And repulse the monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. That way I'll adjust the screen again in a moment. So we're going to do ward off, roll back, press, and push. Ward off, roll back, press, and push. Single whip. Wave hands like clouds. 3 times. Okay, make a slight adjustment with this. I'll do that again. Okay. So, stepping out. Rinsing form. Instead, part the horse's mane. Hold the board. White crane spreads its wings. Brush knee push. Strong the glute. Pulse the monkey. Ward off. Roll back. Press. And push. Hold the board. Ward off. Roll back. Press. And push. Single whip. Wave hands like clouds. That's where we've got to. Okay, so the next move is a repeat of single whip. So from having done wave hands like clouds, go that way. I'm going to go into T-step, step out. Okay, so we'll go from wave hands like clouds. 1, 2, 3 pairs. T-step. Left hand is a hook. Well, right hand is a hook. Actually, Wrist is higher, hand and foot, push. So you've got that seesaw sort of movement, backwards and forwards. I'll do that once more. So we're going to go, so come step out, wave hands like clouds 3 times. So your right hand comes into a hook, T step, hand and foot, put the foot down, push, transfer the weight to the front foot. Okay, so hopefully we've got that. The next movement you're going into is high pat on a horse. Yeah. So depending how big your horse is, really, doesn't it? And adjust my mat so I don't have to trip over. Just give me a moment. Into a frontal walk. Okay. So I'll just demonstrate this first, and then I'll talk you through it. Going to half a step up. Going to turn the palms. Take the weight into the back foot. The right hand is going to push over the front hand slightly. You're going to adjust your foot as the hand comes in. So I'm going to do it from this way. Both palms up, toe goes down, and it's a bit behind. It's not in line with your other foot. Put the weight back. Hands are going to cross over. And you're going to adjust it onto the toe. So this is, hands doesn't go, it's not an elbow all the way behind. It just sort of comes halfway. So it's not quite the same as when you're really pulsing the monkey. It just comes halfway. So I'll do it. Right. So right leg comes up. You can see that side a bit more. So we'll do this bit together. So your left hand will be put in front, the right hand will be the hook. Going to open the palms, back foot comes up. Put the weight on the back foot. Your right hand is going to cross over the front palm, and you're going to adjust your toe. So this is the important thing, make sure you've got all your weight on the back foot, because this is a kick or a scrape down the shin, or stomp on the toe, or it could even end up being a sweep. So you can take the person across you. Okay, so do it once more. So your right hand is a hook, left hand is by the forearm, in the area of T-step, hand and foot, push. Open the palms, step up. With your foot toe behind, transfer the weight into the back foot. Your right hand is going to push over the front hand. Your left hand is going to elbow toward the back. It slowly comes halfway in. Okay. So this is obviously, there's blocking, elbowing going on. So it has the applications that we've talked about before, the push, the elbow, and I've already do some tune arm with this. So the hand block leaves this hand available to grab hold of something. But now hand block, wrist block, whatever you choose. Okay, so we've ended up, do that once more, it ended up weighting the back foot, toes down. So from here, we're going to step over a log. So if you imagine there's a log on the floor, we're going to be stepping over that log. So you're stepping over the log with your left foot. We're going to cross the hands. I'll demonstrate it first. And as we step over, we're going to turn the palms outward. So if I do it toward the screen, so I'm stepping over the log. At that time, I'm going to make my hands so that there's a triangle here. So that when I transfer the weight, my arms open and circle. Heel goes down, and this is slightly to the side, to the off centre. So I put my weight through, I'm going to transfer all weight into the front foot. My arms are going to open, it's going to come into across hands. So we do it together. Weight into the front foot, the right toe comes up, palms are turned. Push over the front hand, elbow behind. So I'm going to cross my left hand, will be going over the right. I'm going to bring my foot up and I'm going to step over that log. As I do that, my palms turn, my finger and my thumb make that triangle. I've got a lot of room here. The arms, as you put the weight through, circle round. You're going to end up with your right hand over your left. The knee is going to come up. I'm going to do a heel kick to the corner. I'm going to do it this way so you can get some idea of the angle. So done. Step over the log, change the weight, cross hands, so whichever leg you'll kick on, as we remember before, is on the outside, heel kick. So, heel kick. Let me bring in my trusted friend here. In order to do a heel kick, the knee comes up first. And the emphasis is on the heel. Knee comes up, kick with the heel. And that doesn't need to be high up. So you can actually do a heel kick low. So you can see that I'm doing is toes are pointing toward me and the emphasis is on the heel. So the toes are not touching the bag. Doesn't have to be high. So you can do it. Doesn't matter how high it is. Just to make sure that you're safe and you're not going to fall over. I'll put my trusted friend out of the way. So it's a bit like a stomp to the heel. Okay. So we'll put that together. So we'll just do from the single whip. Turn the palms, step up, weight back. Right hand is going to push over the left, adjust the toes. Palms are crossed, the hands are facing you. You're going to step over the log. You turn your palms outwardly, transfer the weight into your front leg. Cross hands with your right hand on the outside. Open heel kick. So the heel kick, when you do the heel kick, arm and leg are in alignment. So this time the heel kick is slightly off to the corner. So this is 12 o'clock. And that would be sort of 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock. Okay. So 12 o'clock, kick goes to 10:30, 11 o'clock. Anywhere within that area. The important thing is that the kick is like this. You have to make sure you open your groin up. So no, come up with your leg out to the side, as opposed to being knee forward, 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 10:30. So a bit of a tiring effort to keep doing that. So we're just going to do it a few times. So one leg up, heel kick. As I say, open the hip first, bring the knee up, then kick. hip open, kick. We'll do it the other side just so it goes up a little bit. And if you need to hold on something, that's fine. So what I'm doing is making sure that the other leg is turned, foot is turned away from the midline. My weight is transferred into it. So my knee is bending slightly as I'm pushing through the ground to the ground. We can't hear creaking knees. So what you'll find is if your feet are together, it's a little more precarious. So turning the foot outwardly seems to make your foot have more mass, which then enables you to bring a bit more stability to that. So in order to go up and kick, you also have to go down. Yep, that sounds weird. So you need to be, lots of people I see kicking are here, all crunched up in the middle, because they can't balance. What you need to practice is rising from the crown, the top of the head. So if you go between your ears, put your hands on your ears, go over the top, in the center there, that's your crown. So you need to be coming up as well as going down. So I'm sinking into one leg and elongating with my spine by pushing my head up. So ultimately, people go balance. That's when they fall or get wobbly. So in order to balance properly, you need to turn your foot, sink into the leg first. So that's my downward sensation. Think of your foot going through the floor. Just take your foot off the floor for a moment and connect with that. Splay your foot, push the energy down. And on the other hand, you're then going to, while sinking there, you're also going to be bringing your head up. So I'm not folding in the middle, or indeed going backwards. So the knee that comes up, the foot that comes up, there's an arm in line with it in order to keep balance. And my arms are not out at the side, which makes people go away. The other thing is your mind, intention. We've had this, I tell you quite often, energy follows intention. So in order for me to be able to put my foot up there, I need to have that in my head. Okay, so focus is that you need to be doing that. If I'm thinking over there, then I'm not going to manage it because I'll be off balance. So if you watch rugby, you'll notice when they go to kick through the posts, rugby player puts the ball down and he'll look and he'll look and he'll look and he'll look. And all the time his mind is thinking how to get that ball, how that the angle of that ball going through the posts. Okay, so his intention is get that ball through the post. But then when he goes to kick it, he's halfway there because his intention is hopefully to get that ball there. He knows what the trajectory of that ball should be. And if he gets his kick right, it will go over. So that's his intention. And his energy he's putting into his foot gets the ball through. Same with this. So if your intention is to get your foot up there, so there's a slight tension. Again, I've talked about it not being floppy, not being and just that bit in the middle. So there's a slight tension there as you extend, but it's not a tight tension. You see what I mean? So it's not a screwed up tea towel or a limp tea towel. It's that in between tea towel. Okay, so just go through that once more, and then we'll do a bit of cooling down. So just something to practice. Stepping out. Go from the beginning. Up the horse's mane. Hand and foot, brush and push. Move back a bit. Hand and foot, brush and push. Hand and foot, brush and push. Half a step up, Strum the lute. Pulse the monkey. Coming out of room here. So we turn around on my foot. Ward off. Roll back. Press. And push. Ward off. Roll back. Press. And push. Single whip. Wave hands like clouds 3 times. Single whip. High pat on horse. Hands and foot. Step over the log. Heel kick. Okay, so something for you to practice. Try and do it both sides. You can do it low. If you never do it from cold, make sure you're warmed up properly before you start doing that. Okay, so we'll go over that last bit again next week and add the next bits on. So, yeah, a little shake. Shake your legs. And we'll do a little bit of self-massage. So, one arm forward, open the palm, down the inside. Then turn the hand over, up the outside 3 times. Across the shoulder. Pounding. Same to the other side, down the inside. 3 times. You can alternate this, or you can do it 3 times one side and 3 times the other. Totally up to you. Come out to the other side. Okay, we're going to come down the back. Either side, you can use knuckles, but not on the spine, but on the outsides. You're going to rub your kidneys just below the rib cage. Okay, and then we're going to come down the outside of the legs. And up the inside. Yes, it's usually sore. Now we're going to come down the outside trouser seam. Across the foot and up the inside trouser seam. Purpose to it. Okay, then we're going to come on the inside where your thigh is, so in from that outside edge of your trouser seam. You're going to come into the bone, femur at the top there, and up the shin bone, on the bone itself. Okay, and then we're going to come down the back, middle part of the leg. Just going to finish off tapping on top of the head. And rubbing your ears vigorously. We're just going to take a moment, catch your breath, the one thing, and to see how you're feeling. So just take your mind's eye. See how you're feeling now. Now, if you feel any different to what you felt earlier. I'm feeling quite warm, sweaty. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth.